everyone, and welcome to another GT Sport video. Nations Cup once again. It's round number 7 and we're here at Fuji in the Ferrari F40. Now of course this is a classic car, and yeah, it's weird that we're using the N500 and everybody's in the F40. We're not using the cars that were at the World Tour in Paris. This was the meta car, so let's see what we can do on this qualifying lap. Going to this first corner, we've had a bit of slipstream from Manu Rodri as we exit that corner. All fairly okay, a little bit sketchy, but we continue on all the same as now we head towards this left-hander. Are we purple? We are indeed. As we come into here, just clip that lovely jubbly through. There we go. Into this right-hander. Now it's all about balancing the car on this circuit, on this corner especially, and you know what, Fuji, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love this course. It suits my drive style very well. Long flowing corners, it's what I like. Going through there, just missed the apex a little bit there as we accelerate out the corner. We lost the rear, and you can see the time we've lost to Manu Rodri with that mistake. Significant time loss there. Can we pull it back for the remainder of the lap as we head now towards this right-hander? This is a very slow part of the circuit. You can see there we've lost that purple sector. We are 3 tenths up though, so every potential to still finish this lap on a high as we come through the left-hander now. Accelerate out, and we've cut up a little bit of that gap back up to Manu Rodri. Manu Rodri catching TX3 Kipso there. As we now exit there, get quite a nice exit there, but we've just got to be careful into this left-hander now. Again, it's all about balancing the car here, not too aggressive on the brake or the accelerator, making sure the car stays balanced, just getting it round the turns nicely. So we come in a little bit tight here to try and maintain that slipstream as we exit the corner. Slipstream on weak here, so you know it does like react a lot further back. It's like 1.5 seconds, something like that. So even here, we are getting the slipstream as we head towards the line. What sort of lap time are we going to get? Apple's just gone into P2 there. Manu Rodri did, and we go P4. So I'm fairly happy with that in the grand scheme of it. We didn't put too much practice in. Of course, Nations Cup is not our primary focus. We just do it for a little bit of fun every now and then. And as it was Fuji, I thought, you know what? I want a bit of that fun. So here we go with the race now. As you can see, a line of F40s PR1 Giuseppe in pole position, followed by Manu Rodri. P2 Afro, P3, some regulars here, myself, P4, woohoo! P5 Nico RD, and then P6 for Rick. So, you know, these are names you won't see often. My teammate there, P7, well played by Matty, followed by Thunder, P8, B-Racer in P9, SVDR, P10, NJet, P11, and Beloff, P12. Firestorm P13, unlucky there for Firestorm. Azorian in fact, strong grid though to be fair, so it's not really unlucky. Aguila at P15, Devil P16, Inseek P17, Kipso in P18, IA Racing in P19. 19 drivers here then for this Fuji race in the Ferrari F40. So of course slipstream is going to be kind of critical here. Making sure you stay in that slipstream, making sure you're in the battles. Let's see what happens as we get off to a not very good start. But even so, we continue on. You'll see Nico is catching me there. We are catching Afro a little bit as well, but we head towards the first corner. We're just going to get our braking zone right. So we're braking, adjusting our braking, and oh well, I'm good. Actually better than the World Tour there. Sorry, McQueen. I'm sorry, I had to mention it. But we'll leave that all the same, and you know, we're close to Afro. We've got a bit of a gap there to Nico, so all happy days at this moment in time as we come towards this left-hander here. So we are thinking about the long run a little bit here as well. You know, tyres, making sure our tyres last in this race, because tyre wear was huge in this race. Really was bad. You know, you come in a lap early, 2 laps early. We had done a race previous where we came in a lap early on lap number 3. And yeah, it didn't work out. The tyres were just gone by that last lap. So, you know, the undercut, very hard to do. Or shall I say the undercut, because lap 4 is also the undercut potentially. But even so, we continue on, and that's where we're aiming for here, lap number 4 to come in the pits. Just keep it standard as we now come in towards that chicane. Look at that line of Ferraris on the TV camera. Looks amazing. Through this left-hander we go. If you want to watch the full live stream, by the way, that is in the description, of course, as always, and timestamp for you. So it'll start bang on the qualifying session. Through the left-hander now, we just nearly lost the rear there. As we come in, Nico very close behind me now, so I've got to be careful a little bit here. See that on the radar there, on the bottom right hand side of your screen, as we now come to this final right-hander. So as long as we stay in the slipstream, all should be well and good. Through there we go. Try and not lose the rear too much, and we exit there not too bad. Nico gained a little bit on us, but it's not significant enough here, and we can use Afro's slipstream here, who is only just pulling away from us. But we should keep that gap, which is all very nice. So we head towards the first turn here. 6 attempts forward, 4.5 attempts backwards. We come into the braking zone. Brooks slightly early there, and Nico comes in, and there's a slight tap there, ever so slight. I was expecting Nico to give that back a little bit, only because I'm not sure he would have made the corner as quick. Looking back at it as well, looking back at it a little bit more, potentially it wasn't as bad as I thought it was at the time, but that's what you get on the live stream. I still think potentially probably should have given that back. You can see that I'm flashing my lights. He flashes his hazards on, so you know, he just obviously felt that was a fair move. I obviously felt that it wasn't. Racing drivers, you know, it's not like an overly bad move, so it's not like the end of the world. So I'm not like, oh my word, Nico, what you doing? My word. It's just sort of like, okay, yeah, that's fair enough. As we continue on now, so we've lost P4 there to Nico. We're still in the fight, in the running here, as we head towards the chicane. And I guess practice was the critical thing here. Didn't get my braking zone right there, and I didn't get it right here either. Going through here though, our car gets caught on the grass and just absolutely spins for no reason whatsoever. It just catches itself for some reason. So Rick hits me there. Rick apologised after. I was like, Rick, that is not your fault, mate. Not your fault at all. We get a slight tap there from Thunder. I think Thunder just outbroke himself there. Slightly tapped me. One of the critical things here was if you outbroke yourself even a slight bit, you went flying because of the weak slipstream and just the nature of the car as well. Doesn't have very good brakes. You're going to brake an absolute mile away, but it absolutely flies on the straight. So we've gone from P4 down to P7, so not the best of races so far, but let's see what we can do as we continue on down this straight now. So Matty in front of me, just 4 attempts, and Thunder behind me, 4 attempts as well. So quite an even gap. So I'm just paying attention to that. I'm pretty sure somebody just dived in the pits there. That's very early as we come into this braking zone. Again, I broke slightly bit earlier. Now Thunder gets that done much earlier than Nico. And in that situation, I actually thought Thunder was going to outbrake himself a little bit and like go really deep into the corner, but he nailed that to perfection. I did see it coming on the radar, so I didn't turn in. Other people may potentially have turned in there, but obviously some of these guys know I am very aware of what happens. Potentially that's a weakness, in fact, because in reality they might get a penalty. But in that situation, that was a very, very good lunge on the inside, and I saw it come in, gave Thunder space there, and he made the apex absolutely superbly. So, you know, fair play to Thunder there. It's only slightly different to Nico's, but that's the boundaries you have in racing, where sometimes you just get it a little bit too late or a little bit too early. But hey, all very well and good. I'm still happy in this race. We've just got to fight now. So we're in P7 at this moment in time. Just come in the pits. Watch the thumbs up. There we go. And we'll just fast forward it now as we come into the pits. So Afo had just pitted a lap earlier. That number 3. I don't think that was the wisest decision, but he's got well far ahead there. And just coming out here, we've got B-Race on the left-hand side, who had also pitted early. And we just get on the inside here now. B-Racer spots that way, it's still on the inside, so big fair play there to B-Racer. I give him space on the outside, I keep the inside, and that's kind of a critical move for me. Because if B-Racer gets ahead of me here, I lose out to this pack ahead, which I know I can keep with, and I know I can battle with. We've got a lot of places to make up here. We're currently in P9. We want to get as close as to that P4 again as possible, because losing positions in a race is not my thing. I like to gain positions, as you saw in the previous video with the Porsche at Dragon Trail Seaside Reverse. We're through here though. Thunder does look very good here. Not sure how much practice some of these guys have had. I say I didn't do very much, but we're just going to advance a little bit later on now. Lap number 7, about to start lap number 8. You can see we're with the pack up ahead. B-Racer, because of pitting earlier than everybody else, has started to struggle a little bit there. So we've got 2.8 second gap to Azorian Fat there. And you can see action up ahead now. So we come into this first corner here. Side-by-side action. Of course, Afo's in here as well. So Afo's sort of the critical point in this, because his tyres are at least 33 laps old. It was times 33 tyre wear, I believe. It could have been even more, but don't quote me on that. At the World Tour, we were on times 42, I believe. That's how nuts that was. So coming through here, you can see side-by-side action up ahead. And I'm sort of prepping myself at this point. I had been saving my tyres for this lap and the last lap, knowing that there was battling going on. And at this point, I'm seeing this and thinking, excellent, we can have some of this. We can see P3, never mind P4. Let's gain a position. So side-by-side action now as we head down towards this chicane. What can we do? what can we do here where we can actually get a position? So you see Thunder on the right side of Matty here coming to the braking zone. Nico is just ahead of Afo there, I believe. Oh no, Rick, sorry. Side-by-side action. So I see all this coming up ahead. And coming through here, I see my opportunity. I go for it. I sprint round. 3 wide into this right-hander. Unbelievable stuff. But because we saved our rear tyres just that little bit, we had a bit more grip than Matty and a lot more grip than Afo, because Afo's obviously a lap sort of further ahead, or 33 laps ahead if you look at the tyre wear properly. But look at it, side-by-side action. I give Afo space there, he gives me space. Superb racing. It's always a pleasure to race Afo, of course. And Matty goes for that lunge down the inside. I see it coming on the radar, so I just back out of it a little bit there, give him a little bit of space. Again, other people potentially might not see that. Me and Matty race all the time, so we're very aware of each other in terms of you know, radar, space, etc., and each other's driving style. Matty's a very good racer, let's put it that way. Very good at getting on it straight away. But you can see up ahead, battle for third still going on there. Rick, Thunder and Nico, but it looks like Rick's outbroke himself a little bit. And as I mentioned earlier, outbreaking yourself even a little bit sends you to Narnia. So we're fortunately going to get P5 here from Rick. So thanks very much for that one, Rick. Unfortunate for you, but we'll take it. P4, P3 just up ahead. What can we do? Can we get any more positions in this race? Going through here, I am looking for opportunities now at this point. I've saved my tyres a little bit here. It turned out at the end of the race, actually, Thunder had saved his tyres very well. So Thunder made a huge amount of positions. I'm not sure whether Thunder had practiced saving tyres a lot or not, but yeah, unbelievable. I went for a little bit of a lunge here, but Nico saw it coming, sort of defended that off a little bit. It was sort of like the incident earlier on, but yeah, I backed out of it. I'd say I wasn't too bothered by Nico. I just let him flash a little bit that I wasn't too happy. But I'd say he apologised after, but I don't think he needed to apologise. Looking at it afterwards, if I was a bit more aware on the radar, potentially I see it a little bit more. He did lean on me a little bit, but I don't know. I think it's fine. You know, as I say, I'm not worried really. It's fair play to Nico, all the same, for whacking his hazards on. You know, we spoke about it afterwards. As I say, that's what you do. You know, don't start mouthing off to people. Just talk to each other afterwards. Happy days. You enjoy the race anyway, all the same. So P5 at the moment. Can we get any moves done? I was worried about Matty going for that lunge on the inside, which is why I went tight here. And I was hoping for kind of a better run off the exit as well to have a go at Nico. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. So we are going to get P5 here. But fortunately, that was a recovery drive. P4 down to P8, back up to P5. Not too shabby in the grand scheme of things. And as I say, if you ever are in an incident, maybe talk to the driver first of all. You know, speak to them, just be like, oh yeah, I wasn't particularly happy with that. They might go, oh yeah, this happened, and you might go, actually yeah, I could see why that happened. Happy days, move on with your life, and you have some fantastic racing in the future. So I hope you enjoyed that race, the race highlights there, of course. My logo's there on the screen if you want to subscribe to the channel. Video playlist there if you want to watch another one. I'm suddenly having some weird reactions in the camera, but that's it for now. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.